Why, what's going on out there, people? I had a quick little mess up, and I showed our screen super duper quickly. That was dumb. That was all by accident, or was it intentional? Because Mighty Ducks is all about being intentional and unintentional at the same time with the comedy. They have a lot of unintentional funny with the kids. They have a lot of intentional funny with the Emilio Estevezes of the movies. And it is a tremendous franchise that is from my childhood and is near and dear to my heart. And I'm looking very, very much forward to this new series coming to Disney+. It's called Mighty Ducks Game Changers. Yes, I love it. I love it. V, why don't you tell them what's in the description below so we can appreciate things more before we get to the reaction.
Yeah, in the description below we have some links for some fundraisers for the Black Lives Matter movement, as well as links to our Instagram and Twitter.
It's hard to hear you, V. Could you sit forward and speak louder, please? Sorry, I'm just going to say it to you plainly so that you do it, because you don't seem to get how to do your job, which is to speak loud and clearly into the mic, like you're doing a show. So, and this is what Emilio Estevez does as a coach. He coaches the kids. See, I'm trying to do segues. They're not just things that mall cops ride around on. They're also things in conversation. And here we go. It's time for Mighty Ducks. Are you ready for this? Y'all ready for this? That's a 90s reference too. I can't find it. I'm looking for it right now. 1 second.
Type it in.
You know,
Yeah?
I wish you would be less smart sometimes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Alright, so we're going to be getting to it in a little bit here. We just got to get through a commercial before the commercial, and we got to check our show vitals. V, tell them what you know about Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks is from my childhood, but it's not necessarily from yours, or is it?
It was around in my childhood. I know I saw the first. It's
okay. Yeah. Keep going.
Okay.
V.
And I just really love Emilio Estevez, and also Lauren Graham, who is in this, who is in Gilmore Girls, that was my childhood growing up. But
right on.
Yeah, so for those two reasons, I'm looking forward to this. But
I'm looking forward to it because I just loved the Mighty Ducks as a kid. I was like not into hockey necessarily, but I was into the Mighty Ducks. So I would get really into the Mighty Ducks, and I would be like, oh, this is what hockey is. It wasn't necessarily what hockey is. Hockey is a much more brutal, more...
Yeah.
There's more finesse to the brutishness of it. But yeah, still good though. I mean, I loved it growing up. But anyway, we got to get to it now, right? It's time. It's time we watch the actual trawler.
What?
What's up?
Nothing.
You're freaking me out when you say stuff
No,
like that.
I saw a thing and I have questions.
Oh, you're killing me when you do stuff like that. Okay, so we're gonna get to it now. Are you ready, V?
Yes.
All right. I'm not.
Okay.
But now we are in the Matrix. We go. Wah. And I'm gonna hit play in change the resolution first. And then we hit play in 3, 2.
Fun.
Hey, don't forget sunscreen.
You know we play indoors, right?
That's what SPF 15 is for. Come on, let's go.
Good
We're
point. Did you play
The
indoors?
Ducks are a powerhouse organization with a record 10 state championships. A little different than the Ducks of the 90s.
Wow. Okay.
I gotta cut you. I mean, at this age, if you can't be great at hockey, don't bother.
Don't bother.
Whoa.
Mom, please.
Whoa.
Shouldn't kids be able to
What,
play
dude?
sports for fun?
What,
Stephanie,
bro?
you brought 2 private trainers to your kids' hockey practice.
Oh, I'm a pediatric sports psychologist.
Okay. We are out of here. The Ducks don't get to take hockey away from you. I want you to think about all the other kids who've been told that they're too small or too slow. They just want to get out there and play.
The Mighty Ducks were always about outsiders.
Yeah.
Is he doing a trick?
Let's start our own team. Look at this. Your first teammate.
I would not be an asset physically. I have more of a podcast body.
Aww.
In order to be a team, you just have to have a home rink and a coach.
What about
Gordon Bombay.
Emilio! Yes!
See the sign? I hate hockey.
We got Estevez, baby!
You run an ice rink.
Weird, huh?
Nice.
You are losers.
Of course he does.
Losers. Did you not just see that? Do your job. Arrest someone.
Dude,
Arrest someone?
No, you can make such a big difference with these kids.
she's
I
so
spent
good.
my entire life chasing hockey, and I have absolutely nothing to show for it.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, wait, what happened?
No, he has everything to show for it. He's the Ducks, the Mr. Mighty Duck.
I was just hanging on. But not anymore.
You have taken too much crap for too long.
Not where I thought I would be. But I'm trying to do something different here.
This is bigger than hockey. This is about you standing up for yourself.
He just made a mess in the cafeteria.
Basketball.
Emilio!
The true measure of
Emilio!
a person is not in how many times they fall down.
Are they gonna fall in
But
love?
how many times
Oh
they
yeah,
pick
I
yeah.
hope
They
so.
have to. They have to fall in love.
You gotta
They
make
better
this
fall in
happen for
love.
yourself.
This looks cool.
This looks really
This
cute.
looks really fun.
Guys, come on
See?
now. Don't get discouraged, okay? That's why we watch game tape, to get better.
It's like a master class in sucking.
Nice.
I love sassy kids.
Original streaming March. Okay, that's cool. That's fun.
That's cute.
That's got a lot of heart to it, and it's a good time. Ah no. Now back to the thing. Wow. Okay. So a lot to discuss there. A lot to take in with the Mighty Ducks coming back
That's cute.
in your face. This is nutty. Okay, so Emilio's back, which for me is the big seller. I grew up watching him. I feel like you can swap the kids out. I mean, granted, you're not going to get the same as like the original crew, but if you keep a lot of the core elements of what makes it like the Mighty Ducks, I feel like this is going to completely, and it does. I mean, like, you've got Emilio Estevez there, who's like, he's reluctant to go back. He was always reluctant to do this thing. That is there. You've got the new crew of kids who seem to be just as in the same lovable, likable. The first Mighty Ducks movie was kind of raunchy, actually.
Of course it was.
By today's standards, especially with the humor. So it's going to be interesting to see how they transition to a Disney Plus series with that type of mentality. I mean, as they went on, they got a little bit more, they got more innocent, which is funny because they got older. But I always felt that the Mighty Ducks never really, like, I don't know, like, the idea of doing a sequel but as a series is a really cool concept because you can turn that into an ongoing thing where the roster of the Ducks can always change. Emilio can hang out. He can hang out there and be like the guy. He could be like, he seems like it's almost like a Luke Skywalker Last Jedi scenario where he's like reluctant to come out and help, but then he does, and I don't know, like, to me that just seems a really fun choice to make for this. And then he gets back on board, so there you go. So that's really cool. Yeah, please
Explain to us in the comments, please, if because when we were talking about this, I've seen the first movie in passing. You really remember the first two. I'm wondering if something happened in the third movie and that's why he's not coaching anymore. Or if that's something new that they're going to explain in the series. But if you know, let us know in the comments. Because I'm really curious about that.
Right.
About what happened there.
I can't remember if she was in the original series or not. You know?
It doesn't look like she was.
I don't think she was.
I don't think she was.
Okay.
I adore Lauren Graham. She's the best mom
She's kind of the go-to mom.
ever.
Gilmore Girls?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gilmore Girls.
that's how we know.
She's the cool mom.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks cute and heartwarming, and I want to watch it.
I mean, I don't know if I'm necessarily the target market for this. I think it's more like families with kids. We're not really like, we don't really have kids. We are a family. I mean, I might watch the first few episodes just for the nostalgia sake of it, but I can see this being a great show for like families to watch and kids growing up who are interested in sports and they're kind of nervous and they want to know the dynamics of team building. And you know, at a young age, it can be very. I was in Little League in that age period. I wasn't in hockey, and so, but it was, you know, it was decent. It was a decent learning experience, and it was a decent time. And I'd say that it's helpful to kids to be in something like that. Athletic wise, team building wise, it can be good. It can be really awesome, and I think that's a really good thing that the movie is showing. And that has always been a good message of Mighty Ducks, is that also the outsider thing, that even if you're an outsider, there's a place for you. And that's a big part of what makes the Mighty Ducks so important, is because they're a bunch of outsiders that got together, all the nerds, all the weirdos got together and took on like it's like almost like a Revenge of the Nerds type of scenario, where they took on the jocks who are always, you know, really good at sports and they're really strong and really capable, and but then the nerds are like, well we're capable just in a different way, so we have to use our special skill sets and you know.
Totally.
And it was just like, it's, you know, as a nerdy kid who was in sports and wanted to play sports, it was fun to watch Mighty Ducks because it was really relatable. And I think we need that. We still need stuff like that today. And I think it's super important that Emilio came back for that, you know, right? Because he didn't have to. He could have been like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, he's like, I'm going to pass down the torch, or at least, you know what, this is my series, this is my franchise, it's his baby.
Yeah.
He might as well stick with it and make it happen. So, oh, hey, Nate, what's going on? We're almost done with this reaction, but we do have another reaction coming up after this.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
if you are watching now, or if you're watching later, stay tuned. We're not going to say, you just have to stay. We do them every day, usually. Every
Yeah.
other day? Yeah. Sorry. What?
Yeah, no, just touching on the humor side and Nate's comment. Yeah, no, they were absolutely family films.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, Nate. They were family films.
Right before you showed up, he was just mentioning that the first one had kind of raunchy humor. Which,
It was almost like
I mean,
a Bad News Bears kind of.
Yeah, it's funny.
Like light.
Yeah, it's funny because, like, obviously when you
Yeah, same stream.
think of families, family friendly stuff, you do think of Disney, but Disney has never really strayed away from the innuendos. So I'm sure there will be plenty of
But even the
humor.
innuendos are super like lame, right? You're
Yeah.
like, they're Disney lame. They're like, and you're like, well, maybe a smooch, and you're like, okay, whatever. Like, it's funny. It's Disney funny to me, and that's still funny. It's like dad joke funny, Disney funny. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. Disney funny is like dad joke funny. But anyway, I think that leaves us with rating system now and where we're gonna rate it. So let's rate this Mighty Ducks Game Changers first trailer, whatever, for this stream. What are we gonna rate it out of 5 quacks? 5 quacks. Quack, 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 quack. Sorry.
I think because this is aimed at such a specific audience,
Right.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
4. I'm giving it a 4 as well. It's for families, it's for kids, it's for
Mighty Ducks fans.
Mighty Ducks fans. I mean, I'm going to tune in probably for the first 2 just to see how it turns out, just to get Emilio back in the game, you know, see how it is.
Yeah,
And then I may
absolutely.
not watch the rest of it, but I am recommending it to families, to anyone who has kids to watch this with, uncles or grandparents, if you want to watch something like
Absolutely.
fun that kids can watch and it's Disney Plus and you need something to watch. Yeah, totally. This is the way to go. So, yeah, 4 quacks out of 5. It's only because we're not in that group yet, but one day we might be, and it would be nice to have that. So there you go.
Absolutely.
Anyway, thank you for being here, Nate. Appreciate it. He always makes it, even if we are early. Like, he still swings by, so we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we have streaming every day, and we have description below. What's that? V?
Yeah,
The scoop.
in the description below we have some links for some fundraisers for the Black Lives Matter movement, as well as links to our Instagram and Twitter.
These are true statements, all of them, and now it is time for the end of this video, but the beginning of the next, if you know what we mean. It's another stream, but
Yes.
you get it. Anyway, have a life, and we'll see you next time.
Shortly.
Sure, we'll see you. Bye.